So my baby is turning 2 in 2 months, and today we're going to be transferring him from our room to his own room and to a big boy toddler bed. So this is where he has been sleeping up until now. He was sleeping in one of these kind of cribs next to our bed. And this is where we're going to be transferring him in his own room. And I have actually been using this as an office. So I will be moving this into my room beside the window. And he has never slept in this bed, not for a nap, not in the night, never. So it's going to be his first time in a few nights. Today he's going to be sleeping here in his crib. But before we even considered this move, there were a few things that we had to make sure were in place before we did so. He used to take a pacifier, and the problem with that is that he would wake up like maybe 5 times in the night because he couldn't find it, and he would cry out for me to get it for him. So that would be a big problem if he was sleeping in his own room and crying every time he lost his pacifier. So we got him off the pacifier. That took about 2 weeks to do. We literally had to pretend we threw it out the window so that he knew it was gone. And then we made sure that he was sleeping through the night because, again, we did not want to be going in there 14 times in the middle of the night. The biggest issue with sleeping through the night was waking up and asking to be fed. Every time he would wake up in the middle of the night and cry, we would go get him a bottle, and that would settle him and he would just go back to sleep. Again, we didn't want to be making many bottles in the night when he's in another room because it's just extra hassle. So now we give him a bottle before he goes to sleep and after he wakes up in the morning. The odd time he does wake up in the night, we will give him a bottle of water. So now everything is in place. He takes a bottle, he will have his bottle of water in his bed beside him, so if he wakes up in the night, he can grab that himself. He doesn't need his pacifier, and he doesn't ask for milk in the night anymore, so we're ready. Is Kyle going to be sleeping in a big boy bed tonight? Yes. Yes! So I have been speaking to him like that for the last couple of days, getting him used to hearing that that room is his room, that that bed is his room, that he's going to be sleeping there. Kind of letting him know what's going to happen before it happens, so it's not too much of a shock for him. So I want the first time that he sleeps in that room to be in the night. So for today's nap, he's going to sleep here. And then in the evening, we're going to transfer this crib to his own room. The crib is already a familiar place to him, and so is the room. He plays there. So for the first few nights, depending on how well he will sleep in that room, I'm gonna keep him in his crib so he can't get out and leave the room, which I'm sure he's going to want to do. What's going on? I tried to keep the routine as familiar as possible to keep him comfortable. So we had our dinner, he took his bath, we got him into his pajamas, we had a little bit of a cuddle, and I went to make his bottle. So he was familiar with this routine. The only difference was that we done it in his room instead of our room. Okay, I have put him to sleep in his own room. This is night 1. Let's see how this goes. So we are back in our room and it is 7:30 a.m. There were no wake-ups in the night. What? You did so well. I'm so proud of you. Good job. I did not expect that to go so well. He actually slept better than he sleeps in our room. Like, he woke up at 7:30 and I've put him down for a nap almost 2 hours ago now in his room and he's still sleeping. So day 1 is a big success. So night 2, we are going to do another night in the crib, and then tomorrow we are transferring to the bed. The reason I'm doing that is because I really want him to understand that this is where I sleep now. I don't think one night is enough for that. Sometimes at his bedtime, he's very hyper and I just put him in the crib and I leave the room and he falls asleep eventually. So I wonder how that's gonna go on the nights where he is in the bed and he's able to leave freely. Let's see. He is ready. It is morning number 2 and again he slept until 7:30 in the morning. He did not wake up in the night, so he is ready for the transfer. Tonight is the real test, isn't it? I was here being worried that he would be scared to sleep because he's in a new environment. He's been sleeping in our room for 2 whole years. Turns out because it's quiet in his room and he doesn't get disturbed, he sleeps through the whole night. I don't think night 1 was a fluke. I think he feels comfortable sleeping there. He is familiar with the room anyway. So yeah, this has been going really well so far. As soon as Kayo seen the crib being moved, he got a little bit upset. It's okay, you're gonna sleep in your big boy bed. Where's Kayo's bed? Where's Kayo's bed? No, not this one. This is your old crib. Say bye-bye. Kayo's going to be sleeping here now. You're a big boy. Yeah? Wow, look at the big bed. Is this your bed? Yes, it's your bed. You're gonna sleep here tonight. Yeah. The time has come. He is in his bed. How are you feeling? Okay, that's good. I'm just out of the shower, but I am feeling optimistic about this just because of how well the first few nights went. I'm so curious to see how it's going to go. We have put a baby cam in here so we can see what he's doing. I also haven't left many toys out though, so there's not much for him to get out of the bed and do, just for the first few nights because he might get excited and spend too much time exploring in his bedroom. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So I have been watching him for the last hour on the camera and he's been tossing and turning and getting up and down, but he's not leaving the bed. He's trying to fall asleep, so that's a good sign for night 1. It is morning after the first night in his bed and he woke up at 7:20. Wow, I don't think that could have gone any better. He did take about 2 hours to fall asleep. He was tossing and turning, but if the first night went like this, then I'm so confident about this new phase. At 7:30, I heard him calling me to come and get him milk, but even when he wakes up in the morning, he doesn't get out of bed. He stays in bed. Once he knows he should be sleeping, he does not leave the bed, and I just did not expect that. I thought I'd be chasing him around the apartment. My only wish is that I literally started this sooner. I loved having him next to me, but everyone in the house sleeps better now. So this was definitely a positive experience.